Okay, it looks like we are live, but I know I have to click one more button in order to get us on to Facebook. So, hello everyone. If you're watching live, come on in, say hello to us. Let us know that you're here. We love to take attendance. I see us ready to go live there on Instagram. Hey, all of our Instagram friends. And there we are on Facebook. So let me see if I need to do anything else. Let's see. So changes. Oh, that did not work. This is the thing about going live these days on Facebook. It is a whole rigmarole. Okay, looks like we're here though. I'm going to cry.
You're fine. We're good.
Yeah, it looks like we are not live at all. Yeah, I really, this process has
It's
really
okay.
stunk lately. Let's start talking, and then maybe I'll get us live, or maybe I'll just have to upload the recording like we did last week. Hello, everyone. I'm looking at myself on Instagram right now, and we're like 10 minutes or 10 seconds behind, and I'm going, oh God.
So you are on Instagram now?
So we're live on Instagram, we're live on LinkedIn, we're live on YouTube. Facebook is not our friend these days. I've been ending up having to upload recordings after the fact. But that's okay. We'll get it worked out. So hey everybody, today we are here with Christine Conti. Hello, 2023 Instructor of the Year for IDEA and recent new badass CEO, acquiring FitFixNow, which is the leading educational platform, all online, all convenient, all affordable. We'll talk all about those things. So if you don't know me, I'm Kelly Coulter. I have the Healthpreneur Hub, which is 8,500 instructors, personal trainers, health coaches, all working together to build businesses. I coach health entrepreneurs on creating profitable businesses. Christine, I would love for you to introduce yourself, and I can't wait to hear how you identify yourself these days, because you've done all the things.
Oh my gosh. All right. I am so I'll go live too as we do this to get it going.
Yeah, let's go.
So welcome. I am Christine Conti, and I am the new CEO of FitFixNow, and also, let's see, I run Conti Fit, which is consulting and education and speaking around the globe. And I'm the co-founder of Reinventing the Woman International Group, which is
Ooh,
such
yes, I
an
forgot to mention that one.
empowering women's group where, doctors, lawyers, whatever, it doesn't have to be fitness professionals, but everyone to empower, connect, go on retreats around the world. And also the host of the Two Fit Crazies and a Microphone podcast.
Yes,
And
you are.
I don't know, runner extraordinaire, mom, all the things.
No
But
kidding.
I'm most importantly, a chronic disease wellness specialist. Let's keep
Mm.
moving. And I want to walk the walk and help people get educated about everything health, wellness, and fitness, and make ourselves a little happier and healthier. Like, that's what it really comes down to.
You know what I was taking away from all that? Queen of showing up.
That's true. You
Yeah.
show up. You show up.
Okay,
never
so
know.
before we get started talking about FitFixNow, I just want to say I am coming to you live from a public library. So if there's background noise, I apologize. I am in central South Carolina. So we were impacted by the hurricane last week. I was without power for 3 days. Still don't have internet at my house. Nothing compared to what they're going through in Western North Carolina. So I wanted to mention that my husband and I are part of a service organization that is organizing a run up to North Carolina with supplies. If you are in the area and you are interested in donating, please send me a message. I'd love to get you that information. I'm not one to collect funds and disperse them, but in this case, the supplies are needed more than funds. So if you are far away and you feel called to donate money, you can Venmo me and I will buy supplies with them and put them on the trucks. My husband's part of the National Guard. There are National Guard trucks going up there. There's also going to be some private trucks going up there. So we're organizing lists of what they need, and we're getting supplies up to those people who were devastated by Hurricane Helene last week. So I'll put my Venmo in the comments, and yeah, if you just mark it as a donation, and I'll be happy to take that and add it to the donations and let you guys know what I got to send up there. All right. So on top of everything she just named, on top of showing up, on top of really just being a thought leader in the health and wellness industry, recently purchased FitFixNow. And so I'd love to deal in about it right now.
Woo! All right. Well, I always speak the truth. I'm not going to lie. It is exciting. It is scary. It is, evoking anxiety and doubt and all like the wonderful things as well that makes us feel alive, that makes us human, that I think is really important to think about, because when you make any big change in your life, you are stepping into fear. And what I love is that this is how I live every day. Every day is an adventure. And it's not, oh gosh, I have to do this, or I have to call this person or make this. It's I get to. And what I love in life is that, it hasn't been an easy journey. I don't think anything is, but everything you do sets you up for what you're meant to do. And it's up to you then when you've worked hard and something presents itself to say, you know what, I am going to do this. I am going to step up, because why not me? Why not me? And I always thought growing up, like, I wanted to make big changes in the world. And even when I was an investment banker, it was like a little tiny thing in a corner, right? And then I was a teacher, and I was supposed to feel so fulfilled in the classroom and coaching. And I just felt there's a bigger platform. And when I decided to start podcasting, there you go, Voices to the World book. There you go. That print's never going to go away. And then, going forward into companies of, wow, I can reach people around the world through education. So I'm using my business background, using I can't even believe, like 16 years of teaching and running fitness businesses to kind of culminate into, let me get, to provide education for fitness professionals, personal trainers, athletic trainers, exercise scientists, that they want to know more. They want to know what's going on out there. They want to get educated on things that you may not want to take a gigando course, right away. You want to find out a little bit about it. Or if you have a certification, you want to keep it current. And how do I do it in a way that's affordable and convenient and accredited? And when I thought about, the why, how I came to really acquire this company, it was 20 years of, how do I make a difference? How do I be the role model for more people? And it was slow incremental steps, working with the founder of this, who started it with Georgia State University, providing online education for her students. And it developed, every year grew. And, there was a point where I meet people, like you said, Kelly, like you show up, you talk to people, you meet people, like, hey, you're going in this way. Oh, I am too. Like, and just like-minded people attract like-minded people. And it's hard to believe, I guess, that all of that work, all of those days where I'm like, what am I doing? Why did I quit my job? Oh my gosh. Like, how am I going to pay my bills? This is stupid. My mom's, voice in my head still, even though she's passed, I still hear that, like, what about your pension? What are you doing? Okay, it's been 8 years of, like, I, quit my full-time safe job. Right. And it's been 8 years of up and down, and it's that persistence, like saying this, I know that this makes me happy. I know that this is going to work out. Not every day is like, I'm getting $1 million deal. That doesn't happen. But you just small little things, and you enjoy people. You enjoy spreading good education and hopefully making the world a little bit better.
Okay, so a lot of what you said there is exactly why people need more Christine Conti in their life, more of your orbit, because the mindset is on point. I feel like every day you get up and you coach yourself into exactly where you need to be in order to be an entrepreneur. And I think that's why you're showing up in the way that you are, and why your purview keeps getting just bigger and bigger. But I know also that there were some really specific reasons that it was important to you to buy this educational platform. I know that we've talked a lot about convenience, affordability, the idea of doing subscription. We talk a little bit about how you're changing the way that we get our continuing education by acquiring this platform and making some new developments there.
Okay. So I don't know about everybody else, but whoever's on here right
I'm
now.
about to make a scene. There's a bee.
Oh, let it be. Let it be. See? Let the bee be. That's how this works. Or one of my favorites is be the bee, because aerodynamically.
I should have just set my video down and let you talk.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. I love it. I love it. Bees are like do unbelievable things. And honestly, I wake up with the bee mentality every day, because not the bee like a jerk, but like you're a bee. They like by nature, by science, they should not be able to fly, right? But for some reason they do, because no one tells a bee that it's impossible.
Well, if you see my eyes swell shut, you're going to know it stung me. Okay. All right. Convenience, availability, subscription, new business model.
So here's the deal. Many people right now are, let's be honest, I've been to every fitness convention in like the last year. They're not exploding anymore. And one of the reasons is that our demographic, when I was 23 and I went to my first conference, there was no online option. And guess what? Online like wasn't even like that old. So there wasn't a lot online. So right now we're dealing with, if you're under 30, you've never lived without a phone in your hand. You've always had online everything. And between the cost of living and groceries and all the things and travel, I want you to go to conferences and travel and be in person. Absolutely. I want you to go get on like live personal certifications. Absolutely. But there's a point where not everyone can afford, even if you're doing a bigger, more expensive certification, which is great. Not everyone can afford to go to the conferences anymore. They're not traveling maybe, or showing up. It's a lot. And let's be honest, our millennials and below, our Gen Zs and our alphas, they want things online. They want things convenient and they want it quick. So what this is doing is saying, all right, listen, I understand if you go to this type of conference, you're only going to get this type of continuing education credits. You go to this conference, same thing. Nothing wrong with that. That's great. I want everyone to prosper. But what we're going to do is say, listen, you're busy, you have a certification. It's super important that you do get it, because there's a lot of hacks out there right now. There's a lot of people on Instagram that have zero certifications,
Amen.
Zero experience. And, they're telling you do this and this and this. And, let's be honest. I just told Kelly before, I was interviewing someone the other day and they're like, I just started this big company. I'm doing so great. And I asked them the question on my podcast. So how did you learn all of this? Fair question. How'd you learn? Is it school? Is it, because I should hope that my doctor could answer that very quickly, right? I should hope that my teacher, if I'm in school, can answer, hey, by the way, yeah, I went to undergrad here and I did this here. It should be like this. So same thing. Christine, how did you learn? Oh, well, I took my main FitFixNow certification when I was this, and then I did this experience and I took this. I could tell you rattle off right away. And when someone says, oh, well, I just hired a guy, what they were doing. Don't you tell me what to eat if you're not a nutritionist, RD, or have some sort of certification. So Amen. I'm telling you
right there.
Right now, you're telling people to do things that may be outdated. You're telling people you're guessing. And that in and of itself, like, I'm an educator through and through. Do your research, get your education, get your experience. And once you have that certification, every year or 2 years, you need to keep it current. It's important. And even if you're like, but my gym doesn't even ask anymore for it. You know what? You know what changes? just science. Because what I was telling people to do 20 years ago on a step, I don't even want to repeat anymore, because people were blowing their knees out and they're like, I don't know why. And I'm like, oh God, I know why now. Because science didn't keep up with the 150 BPMs throwing weights over our head as we're doing steps and jumps. Like,
Oh my goodness. That's
right?
such a good example, because I can remember when my kids were growing up. I think I tell this story all the time, but I would look at my kids. They were like toddlers. They're like, Mommy, and they wanted me to pick them up. And I'm like, oh, that's really going to hurt my knees because I was a step instructor. But yeah. So
But that's the whole point of, listen, you've got to stay up on the science. You want to know what you want to make yourself stand out. I took every certification under the sun. Why? Did I want every one of them? No, I was interested. What is this person doing? What is this person doing? So then when I went to a gym or I went to train someone, I'd be like, oh, remember when Zumba came out? Oh, not everyone does, but like Zumba first came out. Okay. So I wasn't like this huge dancer, but I got certified because, you know what? I knew that I could go to a gym and say, hey, by the way, I can also teach Zumba. Let me bring this program let me bring piloxing to your gym. And all of a sudden I was snatched up teaching all these classes, great side hustle, your name's out there. And even though I don't teach, like, I would say 90% of all the things I've been certified in, I have the knowledge of why and have gone through that education. And that, having a platform that says, okay, I want you to get the information, but now let's keep something current, whether it's your main group X, your main personal training, your main athletic training, keep it current, see what's out there. And we're going to be updating courses. There's about 65 different courses on there right now. They're all accredited AFA, ACE, NASM, ACSM, AAAI, you name it. So that, if there is something, that you are like, hey, these courses are only like a couple hours. You listen to them. They're online. You follow along. You get the credit. And it is super easy. Do it at your convenience. And so you're waiting at a doctor's office for 45 minutes. And instead of being annoyed, get your CECs done for a couple, So that was a big point to me to make sure the people that are going to be on this platform, and I'm going to be adding new courses and revamping throughout the next year, really digging deep and saying, who's on the cutting edge? That's what I want to bring in here.
So I love it. So you talked about the convenience of everything being online, fully online, even the quizzes. You can get your CECs at the end. The cost is super low, especially right now. We're going to talk about the founders rate in just a second, but also the fact that it's a yearly subscription. So you pay one time and you're covered for the whole year. And I think that is huge for pros, because a lot of times you get halfway through the year and there's something you may want to keep up to date on, but you don't need the CECs. And so you don't want to put the money out. It's one cost, regardless if you only use it for the CECs or if you use it every single day and take every course that's in the platform. Am I correct on all that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I even have kind of gotten away from that word subscription, because sometimes it turns people off. Like, oh, you're going to steal my money, this and that. And I'm like, you know what? So one of the first things that I did as I came in about a week and a half ago, that was my number one, was that we are creating an unlimited membership. And what that means, and I know that, I'm going to be honest, I go to all the conferences. I don't need any extra continuing education credits because I get them all from wherever, right? And you know who turns in their recertification like a week or two late every single 2 years? This girl. So what we're trying to do is to make sure, listen, you have everything at your fingertips. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I have a week to do all my continuing education credits. Shoot, I don't have money to go to a conference. There isn't even a conference. Like, what do I do? I'm not going to go to 8 different websites and no, come here. Where are you certified? Because even if you have multiple certifications from different companies, we have it. So right now, my thing was, I'm going to put in something that's going to help and be more convenient and affordable for people. And what that is right now I'm offering a founders, like, yay, this is woo. If you want to get in at a founders rate, which locks you in for life. So even in like 2070, same rate, right? Even if it's like 2 cents by then, it's $129 US dollars. Talked to a lot of my Canadian friends. $129 US. And what that does is it gives you access to every course, unlimited CECs, and that is something that will never go up. So it's just a yearly. And what's really exciting is that we've partnered up with a lot of different companies already. So I know, hold on to your hats because it's going to be more. So as as someone that is a part of this unlimited, you're going to have special product offers and codes, and there's going to be there's a directory for everyone that is a part of
Ooh,
FitFix
that's
Now,
fun.
which is really cool because then that's going to give you a chance of who else is on here, network with certain people. Now I can, okay, this company is a part of it. What is that? They're giving me a discount on this. Hey, I want to, I really want, Kelly's going to be doing a course for us in the future. And guess what? If you're not ready and you're not really sure hey, you know what? I want to work with Kelly. I'm not really sure if I'm ready, but I want to take the short course. And then now you've got this warm introduction. Yes, now I want to do this. So there's a lot of people on here that, maybe you're someone that's looking into yoga and you don't yet want to spend a $5,000, 800 hour, whatever, but you want to take something and you're like, I just want some basic information to see. So there's a lot of that on there too. And, even though I say all fitness professionals, if you're a caregiver for someone that has Parkinson's or Alzheimer's, right? You work in a community center, right? With fitness, that's all on here. There's all great resources. So I don't want to pigeonhole and say it's only trainers, only group X, but we're talking overall wellness. So if you look on here, there's mental, physical health, there's financial health, there's business on here as well. Working with, different diverse clients, being inclusive. But then of course there's there's really great boot camp and Tabata and all the goodies as well for those of us that want to really kill it, up to, Pilates and dance and really cool. So I've talked to a couple people, and even I've talked to some people around the world that are adding some Afro beats and some things that you've never heard of before, that to kind of sprinkle into your class offerings. That's what excites me. It's give me something new. And also,
you've talked to Ingrid.
I have.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Speaking of Afro beats,
big winner of IDEA 2024.
You handed your crown to her.
Leader of the world. So we've got some big people coming in that are making some big changes that you're definitely going to want to find out some of their information. And just, I love bringing, that cutting edge, who's out there killing it, who's doing the thing, and bring their information into your classes.
So good. So good. Well, I cannot wait to continue to collaborate with you on this as it develops. Of course, this is brand new. So the first thing that we wanted to do is highlight the founders rate, get people in, let them get that lifetime access to CECs, unlimited CECs, unlimited access to all of the courses for $129 a year.
And of course, we could buy them a la carte.
Yes.
Totally fine. Totally fine too.
That does bring up a question. I know that we're running up against a hard stop, so we're gonna go in a second. But I did have someone contact me, and they said I'm a little confused because when I go into the website, I see the founders rate, but then when I start looking at courses, they all have prices underneath. Can you speak to that for a second?
Yes. Because the founders rate is going to take away the founders rate. You're going to have access as soon as you sign up to everything. Okay. If you want to go in right now and just, hey, you know what? I only want to do this business course. I only need 2 CECs to finish it out. It's, $29. Fine. And that's it. But once you do the founders rate, it's $129. It's going to go up very soon. That there will always be an unlimited membership. It's just not going to be this low. And then there's always the chance of buying everything a la carte, but it just, once you buy a couple, then you've already, maybe exceeded that. And again, all the other bonus that goes with it, with newsletters and lives and access to people. I'm really excited to bring the next FitFixNow 2.0 to all of you.
Well, thank you for verifying that once you buy into the unlimited, all those prices go away for life, as long as you stay at the $129 a year, and
Yeah.
you just renew automatically every year.
Mhm.
All right, Christine, more soon. I can't wait to work with you.
Yes.
Get my course on the platform. All right, we will talk to you soon. Thanks, Christine. Bye. Everybody,
everybody.
bye in the comments.